Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Let me introduce myself first. I'm Ofri Reiner. I'm a Nova survivor, but more than that, I'm also a free diver. Let me tell you a story. I was at the middle of the Red Sea with my wetsuit on next to one of the floats that will help me through my dive. I took my last breath, filled my lungs with air, and then released half of it. And then I went down. I was pulling down the rope, and with each pull, my thoughts have begun to change. I didn't know that while diving through the depth of the Red Sea, I will dive through my past. The first two pulls were great. I told myself, I'm okay, I'm doing fine, I love it. And the other second pulls, I started to feel a little ache in my lung and in my chest. And in my fifth and sixth pull, I heard this little voice inside my head repeating itself, now screaming, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I flipped myself backwards, trying to escape as much as I can, throwing arms and legs all around, trying to come back to see the air. I felt like I was choking. My lungs couldn't help it. And then I came down. I came up. The guide looked at me and asked if I'm okay. I need to do this sign to show my instructor that I'm okay. I did like this, but I was completely pale. What happened to me? Well, free diving makes you work against your all natural habitat. You have no opportunity to breathe. You have your last breath, and this is the only breath that's going to last for you for this entire dive. While coming down and trying to hold your breath, it doesn't need a lot more than just lay loose. Let all your body feel free. Let all your organs feel like they're floating with you and go down the rope. Every sign of fear and ache will hurt you and will prevent your dive from being the best dive there can be. This makes you hold and fear the fear, and within this fear, try to let the mind soak in and tell him, I'm all right. I have all the time in the world. I have all the air in the world. But at that time, I was surrendered by my body. I couldn't stop. The choking that I felt brought me back to the same kind of choke I had on October 7th. When we were at the car and I went out to find myself a spot to relieve myself, terrorists spotted me from the upwards and started to mass shoot at me and my friend. We needed to come back to the car and keep diving and keep riding and running away from them. We took the car and started driving, and then the car got stuck. We had no other choice but to take our legs, both legs, and run for our lives. This kind of an survival instinct that came in me, like I was kind of a deer that running away from a lion. This kind of fear of choking that I felt, I remember it so vividly, like I saw it from a different angle. After that, I came to a different kind of battle. Coming back home from the Nova, after I managed to run for 19 kilometers and come back home, I had to face the battle of grief. My brother, Shalev Dagan, was a Golani 51 soldier who died right at the same day, 6.5 miles away from me. At this point in my life, I reached rock bottom. I saw the lowest point I can get, and I wasn't sure if I'm able to climb up from it. I couldn't see beyond the next day, and I couldn't face anything besides my own fears. But only when I reached rock bottom, I could look upwards and see the way that I have. Only at the rock bottom, I understood that I have my own life in my own hands. And if I won't take the responsibility and try to help me, try to talk to myself, I will never get out away from this. I can choose being a victim of my own life. I can choose to take every trigger that will come, every flashback that might occur, and make it drown and let myself drown with it. But I didn't let myself. I was the only one who managed to charge my suffering with meaning, to try to ask those questions with compassion, to understand, why is this happening to me? Now I know that there is a reason why I'm alive. Now I know that I will find multiple reasons to keep living. All the 378 murderers at the Nova site and my brother are in my heart, but not in my chest. Wait a second. Those triggers are a big part of me, and they will never go away. Even if I will want it desperately, they will come and go. Sometimes I know exactly what the cause of it. And sometimes I have no idea. It can be every siren, every ambulance, every white Toyota, every headline in the news. I am not a victim of it. Triggers might occur as a panic attack and as a very long period of time of crying, and also with a complete disassociation from the situation, not understanding what's happening to me. But when these triggers come, I don't feel like they are hurting me. Nevertheless, I feel like they're teaching some parts of me, because they bring parts of my subconscious to the conscious, and then I have to ask myself, what is going on? What do I need right now? Do I need a hug? Do I need a friend? Do I need to go away and cry for a few hours? That's okay. All the emotions, all the range of emotions is okay when it comes to trauma. I don't have to be afraid of it. I cannot choose when it's right to face with this trauma. And this is what happened with my free dive. At this part, when I dive deep into the waters, my mind played a mysterious game. When I was at the water and I felt the same choke, I saw all the images coming up through my head. And then I took a deep breath from the air up at the upper horizon. And suddenly everything vanished. And then I did it again, and I felt it again. And I came back up, and I felt it again. I didn't let it ruin my dive. I took a deep breath, did another one with my guider next to me. And afterwards, we had a long conversation of what had happened. You would be surprised to know that this experience was one of the best experiences that I've had. Because right after, I cracked the code of what I need to let loose in order for me to have a better dive. I understood that I can't let out of control. Even in the body, not just in the mentality. I simply couldn't let loose of this part of my brain that hold my head, while this is the most necessary part of diving. Let your head go down with you. In the same direction and not holding it against you. And from this point on, every dive that I had afterwards was like a laboratory of understanding how it's like to stress it all in and then let it all out. And then it became some sort of a game where I can accomplish my mental challenges as long as my physical ones. Free diving is one among many of things that might occur in my way. And each one I'm going to do with my face up and with all the conclusions that I had up until then. Thank you very much.